Dude, have you ever, like, looked at a clock and just thought, whoa,
indeed.
this thing, it's only going to last, like, what, a couple years tops? That's, like, so temporary.
Yeah, clocks are like the ultimate symbol of like how fleeting everything is, you know?
Tick-tock, pick-tock.
Time's wasted.
No.
Yeah.
But, dude,
Yeah.
I heard about this clock
Oh, yeah.
that's gonna, like, outlive us all.
Not really.
It's called the Clock of the Long Now.
The clock of the long now. That's pretty catchy.
It just rolls off the tongue. Yeah, it can make you think about, like, what even is the long now, man?
Whoa, that's deep, man.
It's like bigger than us, bigger than all the clocks and calendars and iPhones and stuff.
It's like the whole stretch of time, man.
Yeah.
Past, present, future, all rolled into one.
Yeah, like a cosmic burrito.
A cosmic burrito. I like that.
All the ingredients of time all swirled up together, spicy and savory.
All right, so back to the clock.
Yeah,
The clock of the long now.
okay.
This thing is supposed to tick for 10,000 years. Can you even fathom that? 10,000 trips around the sun, man.
No. 10,000 years. That's like more years than there are like grains of sand on a beach
More than like stars in the sky.
or hairs on a mammoth.
Maybe.
Not really hairy mammoths.
Okay, your metaphors are getting a little out of control there.
Okay.
But yeah, 10,000 years, that's mind-boggling.
It really is.
So like imagine all this stuff that's going to happen during that time.
Okay, yeah.
Empires will rise and fall, ice caps will melt, maybe humans will finally evolve into like sentient blobs of algae.
It's sentient algae, man.
Yeah.
That's trippy.
I know, right?
But hey,
Couldn't.
maybe that algae will, like, appreciate a good clock.
Right.
Like, whoa, look at this ancient artifact. After all these millennia.
Totally, man.
It's like a message in a bottle.
Yeah, but instead of a bottle, it's a giant clock built inside a mountain.
And instead of a message, it's like the concept of time itself.
Deep, dude.
Deep.
Deep.
So who's the mastermind behind this whole long now clock thing?
Oh, it's not a time-traveling wizard or anything like that.
Okay.
It's this guy, Danny Hillis,
Okay.
and he's got this posse called the Long Now Foundation.
Oh, cool.
They're all about, like, thinking long-term, you know? Like, not just about what's happening today,
Right.
but what's going to happen next week, next year, next century.
Next millennium, next eon.
Whatever comes after eon.
I'm getting lost in the vastness of time, man.
It's a lot.
It's like, whoa.
Whoa, is right.
But dude,
Yeah.
get this. Jeff Bezos,
No way.
Mr. Amazon Prime himself,
Get out of here.
is bankrolling this whole shebang.
That's wild.
Like, he straight up dropped some serious cash to make this clock happen.
I wonder why he did that.
I think maybe he's thinking about, like, delivering packages in 10,000 years. Prime delivery in 10 millennia, or your money back, guaranteed.
It would be something.
Prime time travel,
Yeah.
coming soon to a galaxy near you.
So you think he's just trying to get ahead of the game?
Maybe, but seriously, I think he's into the whole, like, long-term thinking thing.
Okay.
Like, maybe he's building a plan B for humanity. You know, if things go south on Earth, we can just blast off to some other planet and start fresh.
Planet Bezos.
Planet Bezos, man. With, like, drone deliveries and everything.
Yeah, and probably a giant clock of the long now 2.0, just to keep track of time in our new space-age civilization.
Yeah.
What do you, the original clock?
Yeah.
That's not just about keeping time, man.
What is it about then?
It's about, like, making a statement.
Okay, what kind of statement?
Like a big, hey, future humans, we were here kind of statement. Like, check out this awesome clock we built, even though we were, like, totally addicted to our smartphones and stuff.
It's like a giant middle finger to entropy and decay.
Like, yo, time might be a relentless river, but we're gonna build a damn clock that can stand against the current.
Dude, it's beautiful.
A dam against the flow of time.
I love it.
But wait,
How do you even build a clock that's going to last, like, longer than civilization itself? Isn't that, like, impossible?
it's not impossible. It's
Right.
just, like, really, really hard.
Okay, so how did they do it?
They had to think about, like, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, what materials to use, how to power it, how to make sure it doesn't, like, rust into oblivion or get eaten by space termites or something.
Space termites.
Yeah.
Man, that's a whole other deep dive.
That it is.
But seriously,
Yeah.
what kind of materials can withstand, like, 10,000 years of wear and tear? Is this clock made of, like, adamantium or vibranium or something?
It would be cool if it was.
Right.
But no, they're using more like down-to-earth materials. Stuff
Yeah.
that's durable,
Okay.
but also understandable to future humans.
All right.
Like, imagine some dude in 5,000 years trying to figure out how to fix a clock made of, like, alien nanobots.
Whoa, yeah, that would be a head trip.
Right.
what is this weird glowing goo?
Exactly.
And why is it ticking?
So they're using things like, stone, metal,
Maybe some really well-preserved wood.
stuff that's gonna last, but also stuff that, future archaeologists can wrap their heads around.
Exactly.
It's like a prehistoric clock, but from the future.
A future historic clock.
My brain is melting, dude.
I feel you, man.
This whole concept is like a temporal paradox wrapped in a riddle and dipped in cosmic sauce.
That's one way to put it.
But that's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like we're peeking into the deep abyss of time and trying to make sense of it all.
Totally.
The abyss of time, man. It's deep, dark, and full of, clock parts.
That's a good one.
This is getting weird, even for me.
I know. Maybe we should, take a step back.
Okay.
Focus on one thing at a time.
All right, yes, good idea.
How about we start with the power source?
Okay.
How do you keep a clock ticking for 10,000 years without, a nuclear reactor or something?
Yeah, good call. Nuclear clocks might be a bit too, apocalyptic for this vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's the secret sauce? It's actually a combination of human power and, the power of the mountain itself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They've got this weight system that needs to be wound up periodically, like a giant grandfather clock on steroids.
Human powered, huh? So, in 8,000 years, some future dude is going to have to, climb up this mountain and crank this giant lever?
I know, right?
Talk about a workout.
Imagine the gym membership fees for that.
Yeah, I'm training for the 10,000-year clock winding competition. Got to keep those biceps swole for the long now, bro.
Biceps of time, I like it.
But wait,
Yeah.
what if everyone forgets to wind the clock?
Don't worry, they thought of that.
Okay, good.
They're harnessing the mountain's day and night temperature changes to, top off the power.
Whoa, so even if everyone's chilling in their algae pods,
Yeah.
the clock's still gonna tick.
Exact.
That's some next-level sustainable tech right there.
It really is.
Harnessing the very fabric of reality to keep track of time.
I know, it's this clock is becoming one with the mountain, one with the planet, one with the... Okay, I'm getting a little carried away here.
I feel you, dude. I'm right there with you.
All right.
This whole clock of the long now thing is blowing my mind wide open.
It's pretty wild.
What's the point of all this?
Yeah.
Is it to tell time for a really, really long time?
That's a good question.
Or is there something more to it?
I think it's more than just telling time, man.
Okay.
It's about, shifting our perspective.
Shifting our perspective, from
Yeah.
short-term thinking to long-term thinking.
Exactly.
From instant gratification to
Instant gratification that lasts for 10,000 years.
instant gratification for the long now.
I like that.
Okay. But yeah, I think it's about making us realize that we're part of something bigger than ourselves,
Yeah.
bigger than our own lifetime.
It's your...
We're part of this vast cosmic timeline.
Right.
And our actions today have ripples that extend far into the future.
It's like leaving a message for those future algae blobs.
Yeah, hey, we were here and we tried our best, even though we were kind of messed up sometimes.
It's like a testament to the human spirit,
Mm.
our ingenuity, our desire to, leave a mark on the universe.
Even if that mark is just a really, really big clock.
Exactly.
A really, really big clock that tells time for a really, really long time.
Pretty much.
Man, I think we need to break my brain is starting to short circuit from all this long now thinking.
Same here, dude. Let's grab some munchies.
Yeah,
Let these cosmic vibes sink in for a bit.
cosmic vibes and cosmic snacks.
Sounds good.
We'll be back in a flash, or maybe a millennia. Stay tuned.
Okay, so where were we?
I think we were talking about how to build a clock that's going to last for 10,000 years.
Oh yeah, what kind of materials could survive that long?
Right, you can't just use wood or plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just going to rot away in 100 years tops.
For sure, and imagine some future civilization trying to figure out how our ancient technology works.
Right, they'd be digging up our iPhones and be all, what is this shiny rectangle?
They'd probably think it was some kind of sacred artifact or something.
Totally. They'd be worshiping our emojis like they were gods.
Praise be to the emoji of the poo.
I can totally see that happening.
But yeah, the clock of the long... Now, they're using materials that are, durable and understandable even to future humans.
So stone and metal and stuff like that.
Exactly. Stuff that's not gonna, disintegrate into dust after a few centuries.
I wonder if they considered using diamonds.
Diamonds are pretty durable.
Yeah, but they're also super expensive.
True. And like, imagine if some future civilization found this clock and it was covered in diamonds. They'd probably freak out and start a war over it.
This clock is rightfully ours. It was given to us by the ancient gods of bling.
We'd be like, the unintentional instigators of some future diamond war? That'd be messed up.
Yeah, better stick with stone and metal.
Agree.
But okay, so we've got the materials figured out. But how do you actually keep the thing running for 10,000 years?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah, like, do you just have to keep replacing the batteries every few thousand years?
Imagine having to change the batteries on a clock that big. That would be a nightmare.
You'd need like a whole team of engineers and a crane and like a hazmat suit just to handle the toxic waste.
Totally. But thankfully, they've come up with a much more elegant solution.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
They're using this thing called a phase-locked loop.
A phase-locked loop. Sounds kind of sci-fi, man.
It is kind of sci-fi, but it's also pretty cool.
Okay, so explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
All right, so basically, they've got this really slow and reliable mechanical oscillator, like a pendulum, but much slower.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
And then they use a midday sunbeam to reset the clock every day.
A sunbeam. Like from the actual sun.
The one and only.
Whoa, that's kind of poetic, man.
It is, right? It's like the sun is literally keeping the clock in sync with the cosmos.
It's like a cosmic timekeeper.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, even if the mechanical oscillator drifts a little bit over time,
Which it probably will over 10,000 years.
yeah, for sure, the sunbeam will always bring it back into alignment.
So it's like self-correcting.
Yep, pretty much.
That's some next-level timekeeping, man.
It really is. And the crazy thing is, it's all based on, like, ancient technology.
Ancient technology.
Yeah.
But I thought we were talking about the future.
No, it's like this weird blend of the past and the future.
It's like time paradox or something.
Totally, man.
But okay, so let's say the clock is ticking away,
Mm.
powered by humans and the sun and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
How does it actually display the time?
Yeah, good question.
Like, is there a giant digital readout on the side of the mountain or something?
No way, that would be way too tacky.
Okay, so what do they do?
They went for something a little more, like, elegant and timeless.
Oh, okay, I like it.
They've got this intricate system of dials and gears and rings that show all sorts of astronomical data.
Astronomical data? Like,
Yeah, like the position of the sun and the moon, the phases of the moon, the constellations.
whoa, so it's not just a clock.
It's like a mini planetarium.
That's awesome. So it's not just telling time, it's like showing you the whole cosmic dance.
Exactly, dude.
That's amazing.
It's like reminding you that time is just one part of this grand, interconnected tapestry of the universe.
Deep, man, real deep.
We're all just spinning through space and time.
Yeah.
And this clock is like a way of trying to make sense of it all.
It's like a cosmic compass or
A
something.
cosmic compass, I like that.
But okay, so imagine someone from the future stumbling upon this clock like thousands of years from now.
I wonder what they would think.
Right. Like they might not even have clocks anymore.
Maybe they've transcended time altogether.
Or maybe they'll be all like, clocks. What are those? We use like quantum chronometers or something.
Quantum chronometers, that sounds pretty advanced.
Yeah, but they'll probably still be impressed by this ancient clock, you know? Like, wow, those primitive humans were pretty clever.
Totally. They'll be all, they managed to build this thing that lasted for millennia using only like gears and levers and stuff.
And they did it all while being distracted by cat videos and social media.
It'll be like a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity.
The clock of the long now, man. It's more than just a clock. It's like a message to the future.
It's a symbol of hope, a reminder that we were here, that we tried to make a difference.
And that we were obsessed with time.
Well, maybe not just that.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, it's a pretty amazing project.
It really is.
I can't wait to see it in person someday.
Me too, dude. Me too. Okay, so, like you've been talking about this clock of the long now thing.
Yeah.
This crazy clock that's going to last for like 10,000 years.
Right.
And it's inside a mountain powered by the sun and stuff.
Pretty wild.
That's like a time capsule, but instead of burying it in the ground,
Yeah.
they put it in a mountain.
A mountain of time.
And it's telling time for like way longer than humans have even been around, you know?
Right. It's like, what will the world even be like in 10,000 years?
Right. You're like, will there even be humans?
Maybe we'll all be like, those sentient blobs of algae we were talking about.
Algae with iPhones.
Algae with like algae.
A5, something like that. Okay, so let's say
Yeah.
we're those future algae blobs
Yeah.
and we stumble upon this clock.
What do you think we'd make of it?
I don't know, man.
Would we even understand it?
Maybe we'd think it was like some ancient alien artifact or something?
Or like a giant time machine.
A time machine. Whoa.
Yeah.
Imagine if we could travel back in time and, like, meet the humans who built this clock.
That'd be trippy.
We could be all like, yo, dudes, what's up?
Thanks for building this awesome clock.
It's, like, totally rad.
And they'd be all freaked out, like, what are you, green blobs?
And how did you learn to talk?
I'd be like, dude, it's the future, chill out.
Time is, like, fluid, man.
We can travel through it now.
It's no big deal.
And then we'd show them our algae phones, and they'd be all mind blown.
Yeah, like, whoa, your phones are made of algae. That's so sustainable.
And they photosynthesize, so you never have to charge them.
The future is, like, totally green, man.
They'd probably think we were, like, super advanced.
Right, like, these algae blobs, they're so much smarter than us.
They figured out time travel and sustainable energy and everything.
But in reality, we're just, like, algae blobs with a good time machine.
Just cruising through the cosmos.
Leaving our green slime trails all over history.
Making the universe a little more slippery.
Okay, I think we've officially gone off the rails now.
Maybe just a little.
But that's what this deep dive is all about, right?
Yeah, exploring the weird and wonderful corners of the universe.
Thinking about the big questions like, what is time?
And what does it all mean?
And what's the point of building a clock that's going to last longer than humanity itself?
I think it's about, like, legacy, you know? Leaving something behind that will outlast us.
It's like a giant middle finger to entropy.
Saying, we were here and we mattered.
Even if we were just, like, a bunch of hairless apes with smartphones.
We made our mark on the universe.
We built a clock that's going to tick for 10,000 years.
And that's pretty damn cool.
So, to all you listeners out there, thanks for joining us on this wild ride through time and space.
Keep looking up at the stars.
And keep wondering about the long now.
Peace out.